Good evening, everyone. We are the Dweebs of the Round Table, and this is Campaign, The Curse of Strahd, again. It's always a pleasure to be back here on this lovely Tuesday evening with you all, and a very hearty hello to my panel of contestants. Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Hello.
Good day.
Cubby, can you recap us on what happened last time? Or do you need a few hints to get you started?
Hallr killed Brian. That's all that matters.
All right.
We
Somebody's been
went
heavy into the herbs.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember anything.
All right.
We found the bones.
Found the bones. Who had them?
A weary
did
priest?
until we gave them back to the church. I had the angry priest who was like, demons, every one of you. Her. And then we killed him. Because he tried to kill us.
No, we cleansed him.
No, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
I don't know. He might be an undead by now. Because we did kind of
Maybe.
leave his corpse at that church.
Outside the town of Barovia, on the road, you didn't leave him in the city proper. But
No,
sure enough.
we dragged this ass back to the church.
Yeah, we.
Oh yeah, you
back-
did. You did, didn't you? Yeah.
Like I said, he might be an undead by now.
Maybe.
And we might have to fight the bastard again.
Maybe.
If he wasn't already. Dun dun.
Dun dun.
After we fled to the village of Barovia, we made it back to Vallaki, turned the bones in, and we're like, hey, priest dude, can you revive our friend?
To which Father Petrovic said, I can, but I will need a diamond, a rather sizable diamond.
Worth at least 1,000 GP.
Indeed. And he currently has no idea where you might find such a diamond in the village of Vallaki. But he's certain there's one about somewhere.
He
did tell us-
mention that we could trade with the Vistani and maybe they would have one.
Indeed. Maybe the Vistani have one.
And there are 2 locations that we could most likely find them at.
Indeed. The closest location he mentioned is a village, or not really a village, an encampment to the southeast of town. And then there was another at a place called the Serre Pool, which is closer to the village of Barovia, but on this side of the mountain range.
I thought the encampment was to the southwest of Vallaki.
Southwest. Yeah, that's what I meant. It's southwest.
But yeah, that Fiona Wach there looks pretty rich. Don't you think she got a diamond or two stuffed somewhere?
Do you really want to explain to her that you let your person die? That you're
Hey,
supposed
he
to-
fell down the stairs of the church. It's not my fault.
I don't know. I saw you grab your axe and flee like a baby back bitch.
Yeah, try to protect those who fled.
You know I was in the air, right?
And there was nothing outside, as far as we know.
There was.
Yeah.
Did you see
me.
the sharp rocks?
Not particularly. How are you feeling okay?
You could have stumped your toe.
Maybe if I was walking on the ground.
For coming from inside the church. Or you just, left Brian there to die.
I thought he was right behind me.
Either way,
But then he fell down the stairs.
dead, and we need to make him not dead.
Yeah, and it's also the dead of night, so I say we
Yeah,
rest up
talking
and
about
leave.
dead. Yeah, I'm dead tired.
Indeed. Let me hit you with that rest real quick.
Ah, yes, the Brick of Rest. What a wonderful enchanted item.
Yeah. Poor Brian.
Note to self, Brick of Rest.
Wonderful item. best magic item in the game.
Does not
One
taste
first.
good.
No, but it does put you to sleep real fast.
I don't know if you can hit me with it.
I don't need to. That's why I have lackeys. Like Hallr. I mean, what?
Okay, I was making a joke to last session.
The night passes without incident in Vallaki. Father Petrovic has been tending to Brian the whole night through, making sure and casting Gentle Repose whenever necessary, which I think Gentle Repose lasts a week
Yeah.
before it
I
needs
think
to be
so.
cast again. It's either a day
Yeah.
or a week. One of the two. We're going to go with a week.
Okay, I guess we head out to the southwest of Vallaki.
Yeah, I'm happy as long as it doesn't start to smell.
We have to say Brian. I like Brian.
You take
Yeah,
the road.
let's... Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's release Brian.
Alright. You take the road west out of town, and then a trail that heads south into the woods. Sticking to the trail, you eventually come to the encampment. The woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, a small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its sides. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, above the fog, is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from this central area.
Well, that sounds like a very, very niche perfume. Wine and horses.
Hey,
Well, let's
Hey.
see what they have to trade.
That perfume will attract me.
I'm going to hope it's for the wine.
I don't know. Have you seen Hallr?
Have you tasted horse?
Not by my recollection, though someone may have once fed me a horse and said it was beef.
It's almost the same. A little bit more salty.
Anyway, let's see what if they have what we're looking for.
So you approach the encampment.
Yes.
Yeah?
See,
As you emerge from the foggy forest, you are greeted by the sight of several groups of elves carrying about doing some manual labor. Do you stop and talk to them, or do you head to the center of the camp to deal with the Vistani?
Nil hasn't had much interaction with the tall folk with the sharp ears.
Yeah.
Nil's going to politely go on by.
Yep. Same.
I'll follow the group.
Alright, you head to the center of the camp, where there is maybe half a dozen Vistani. The bulk of them being women and children, with only 2 or 3 well-armed men hanging about.
Good morning.
One of the men approached you. Good day. Welcome to our humble hovel. You are from Vallaki?
Yeah?
Oh, we are good friends with the citizens of Vallaki. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a, diamond of very proportionate size.
What do you need diamond for?
To bring back a lost friend?
I know where you may procure such a diamond. We have a small problem of our own here.
Oh, what could that be?
Well, with the new taxes hanging around the entry and exit of the village, we have run short on a supply of wine and other sundries.
Ooh, taxes. One of the only other inevitable things except death.
Indeed, it's a shame. We need supplies. To put things very, very bluntly, without supplies, we won't last much longer here in our camp. And with the winter setting in, growing crops is impossible.
Oh yes, the winter's never good for crops.
No, the harvest this year was very small. The curse of straw that plagues this land makes the bulk of the soil infertile. So, we had enough to get us this far, but now we have to pay for things to get by. However, because we are Vistani, they charge us so much money to come and go in Vallaki.
That hardly seems fair.
They are not very trusting people. We've done nothing to be dishonest or distrustful to the citizens and guards of Vallaki. So I don't understand what is going on. But you can come and go from Vallaki without such penalties?
Oh?
I say I rather know what it's like being looked at as an untrusted outsider. Not many of my kind here. But apparently, through the grace of the gods, we were granted passage in and out of the city.
If you can help us with our problems, maybe we can reach an arrangement, and I can tell you where you can find diamond.
Seems like a fair trade to me.
Yep.
We have a cart prepared for you to take. We were going to go eventually, and we were going to, suffer up and pay the fee to get into the city. But if you can go, you will save us money, and you can bring us more supplies with the money we will give you.
How much is this fee that they're making you pay?
300 gold per person. It's outrageous.
Jesus heaven Christ.
It's highway robbery!
Fortunately, we're rather wealthy. We could afford it, we just don't want to.
You shouldn't have to pay that much per person.
True enough. It is a shame. Our reputation is in shambles for some reason, and I just don't understand. Our leader...
That's the thing about humanity. They're always looking for an other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the sad truth is, if we go ourselves, we pay money. We pay a lot of money. But if we can give you money, and you go in our place, and bring us black supplies, as I said, we can afford more supplies that will last us longer, particularly through the entire harsh winter.
We can do that.
Sounds like a relaxing change of events instead of potentially lethal events all the time.
Yeah.
That's just the first half. We give you order, and then we give you gold and the cart. And
Okay.
you take it into the city, they load it up, and then you bring it back. No issues, okay?
Okay.
Very good. I'll be right back. And
This man, he's a very reasonable sort.
he disappears into the large tent. And comes back a few moments later. A couple of the children carrying a moderately sized coffer.
Okay.
Alright, I give you 1,000 gold pieces. And this list, you take this list to Mercantile, they get ordered together, you can bring it back when it's ready.
Okay. We can do that.
Should be nice and easy.
Should be. We're going to hope.
But you can never expect things to go simply in this place, can you?
No, I never do. I learned the lesson long ago, when I was a little boy, and I saw the swamp witch, Baba Lysaga.
Wait, the swamp witch is real?
The swamp witch is very real.
I thought she was just a myth to tell children to make them go to bed on time.
You've not explored Barovia, have you?
No, I've been fascinated with a particular set of standing stones.
No. She's real. She's very real and very dangerous if you enter her territory.
If we were to accidentally enter her territory, is there an offering of forgiveness we could offer?
I do not know. She's very mean. Likely, if you were to meet her, you would die. She doesn't ask questions. She kills those who intrude.
Okay. So, if she tells us we're on her domain, we turn around and leave. Got it.
I doubt she'll give you that warning.
One can always hope.
But anyway.
Oh, and he hands you the piece of parchment, and he hands it to... Please don't be Brian. Hands it to Nim.
And gives a little nod. Tucks the piece of paper away safely.
Nim, you are also tonight's party leader.
Oh, snap.
Very good.
We'll be back with your supplies as soon as... I was going to say humanly possible, but that doesn't seem to fit for most of us.
Before you go, I'm trusting you with this. Because this could take longer than your friend has. And he opens up the coffer and shows you, amongst the 1,000 gold pieces, a diamond. And
Thank
he
you.
says, and he says, do not tell anybody that I've done this. If
Done what?
Luvash the leader asks, you do not know where you got diamond. It was just accidentally in coffer.
Okay.
Understood.
Hop in the wagon and let's head back to Valaki.
Off to Valaki we go.
With a crack of the whip, the horses carry you off down the narrow, bumpy road back to Valaki. You are allowed in through the gates without incident. Who's going to collect the diamond and hop off as you pass the church?
Dark will.
Nim has been like the most actively concerned about Brian, is what I'm thinking here.
By the way, Thank you guys for not telling them I'm being a soldier and actually collecting those taxes.
The tax man.
But
Well, you
does
know,
it?
we follow our orders.
But doesn't Nim have the list? So Nim should probably
Nim
go.
should probably do that. Yeah.
Nim
Do
should
us
probably
a
go to the.
favor. Don't eat Brian,
I'm not.
because we kind of like Brian.
Remember, we know where you live or lived.
Does he
Yeah.
live anywhere, or is he sort of a homeless vagrant now? We should get into the real estate market. That's beside the point. Focus.
Anyway, we'll see y'all. I'll see y'all in a little bit.
See you then.
So Dart hops off the cart and collects the diamond. And what do you do?
I head to the church where we left Brian.
I mean, you got off the cart right outside of the church. It's along the main road.
Oh, okay. Well, I walk in the church and talk to the father and be like, "Hey, we got the diamond for you."
Ah, this is excellent. This diamond should do very well.
Cool.
The ritual will take some time.
Okay.
I'll need quiet while I'm working the magic. You're welcome to
Okay.
stay. I may even ask for your assistance.
Okay. Well, I'll be out in the chapel area waiting if you need me.
Of course. But before you just hang about, help me gather some things, okay?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Very good. I'll need the censer, some incense, 3 white candles.
Okay.
Across the hall in the kitchen, there'll be some herbs hanging up drying. Grab them and bring them here.
Okay. I will grab all that he requested.
Very good. In Father Petrovic's room, he begins preparing the ceremony, setting the candles, lighting the incense, putting salves all across Brian's forehead. You know, just general priestly things that would preclude the working of great magic. Is about that thing you wanted to do. You might want to roll that stealth check now.
Okay.
The item in question has been left in a cloth satchel.
Cool.
Did you roll at disadvantage? Yes, you
Yes,
did.
because I have heavy armor on.
Because he's distracted, what was the higher of the rolls? What'd you drop? A 7? Or what did you drop?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Okay. I saw it. You are successful. You take the satchel and you go back out into the chapel without Petrovic noticing.
Cool.
What he's done is he has secreted the bones of St. Andrel away.
Motherfucker.
And he is going to take some time to study them.
Yes.
What exactly are you doing? They're inside the cloth satchel.
Well, first I'm gonna look around and see if there's anybody wandering the church.
The boy Yeska was in the kitchen.
Cool. Well, I guess I will start to study the bones in any way I can to see how they protect the town.
Okay. Are you wearing anything like gloves, any kind of hand protection?
Um,
Do you have gloves?
I don't think I do, unless it came with any of the common clothes or vestment clothes.
I don't think either comes with gloves.
Gloves
They're
are
just
pretty expensive, I'll be real with you.
indeed. Even the non-magical gloves, they're almost a specialty thing.
Or they,
Almost.
are part of my chainmail or something like that. I don't think I am.
Fortunately, chainmail is just a hallmark that is put over your torso.
No, you do not have gloves. The moment you touch the bones of Saint Andrel,
Mm-hmm.
a radiant shock shoots through your entire body,
Ow.
dealing 15 wounds.
Ouch.
Ooh, vampire smoking.
You give a bit of a loud shout, and then you drop the bones onto the floor.
Ow.
Yeska and Father Petrovic come out of the side rooms. Petrovic looking annoyed. I said I needed silence. What are you doing
Sorry,
there?
Father. Just waiting.
No. Do not lie to me. Father Petrovic crosses the room to you and sees the satchel and the spine and skull of Saint Andrel. What's in your head?
What's in my head?
How dare you? You knew that this artifact was sacred to the church,
Yes.
and you took them from my safekeeping.
I wish to study them. That's all. That's all I was doing, was trying to study them. See if there was something that we could learn from them to protect, other towns. That's all.
You elected to steal them, though.
Didn't
Father-
want to bother you
Father
with it when
Fa-
you were trying to revive our friend.
Father Petrovic picks up the bundle, glaring at you. Get out.
Okay.
Now.
I step out of the church.
You hear the door being barred behind you as you are left out on the street. Meanwhile, this took about 10-15 minutes to transpire. Meanwhile, the party has made it to the other side of town, to the market. Nim has given the list of supplies to a quartermaster here, and the gentleman is going from store to store gathering the things for the order. He's told Nim that it will be maybe an hour or two.
It's not bad, considering.
Well, here's hoping we have everything on your list.
That would certainly be the hope.
Well, if there's anything else you need, feel free to ask. I'll be making sure that all of these items are prepared to the best of my ability.
A little something personal. Could you maybe find a few wooden stakes?
Wooden stakes?
Undead roam these lands. It's good to always be prepared.
He leans down and talks softly to Nim. I'm sure you're aware of the real master of these lands.
I don't plan on targeting him. I'm not dense. Trust me.
But you might be unfamiliar with his laws. Carrying an item such as a wooden stake is an offense that he would take great exception with.
That is the trouble, isn't it?
I'm sorry?
Never mind then. New laws. Getting used to things.
If you want a wooden stake, my suggestion is go find an oak tree and make one yourself.
Oak trees are very common.
Actually, here in Barovia, oak trees are on the rarer side. Most of the trees out in the forest are pine. Hello?
Well,
Oh.
yeah, just thinking. Well, it's,
Oh.
I'll have to find one then. Of course, only for self-defense, never as a tool to strike out against anyone in particular.
I've heard rumors that there's a gentleman hanging about by the name of Van Richten. Van Richten is a famous monster hunter of sorts.
Maybe I should question him for my book on monsters I'm writing.
Maybe. If you can find him. Van Richten is in hiding, you see.
Then.
You cut out what?
That would make sense as to why he's in hiding.
Yes, Strahd wants him dead.
Well, I better get to him before he dies. His information on monsters would be wonderful in my book.
Certainly. I'll get to work on this. Don't go around town bandying your words about wanting a stake to perfect strangers. It could be dangerous.
Of course. And here, 20 gold for your trouble.
No,
For the
no,
information.
thank you.
Okay.
And giving Nim a rather unsavory look, it might seem, the quartermaster goes about his duty.
To Self Van Richten may be interesting to talk to. He may have information I need.
Well, what do you do now? It's going to be some time before this order is filled.
Hallr, are you up for looking for someone?
Yeah, you mean going back to the church and checking up?
We should probably do that if... You know,
Or-
it's just dawned on us. We let a vampire into the church.
No, he's a moist pyre. What did he call himself again? A damp pyre.
Either way, that was probably not the wisest decision. We should go make sure he hasn't eaten anyone.
Well, I heard the crackers they get up there is pretty dry, so, but yeah, we can head up.
And after that, we need to find this Van Richten fellow.
So, where did Darts go after being expelled from the church?
See. Trying to think of where I would go.
In the corner, think about what we've done.
I would say he went to the north of Alaki to the Lake Zarovich. If he could.
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
Question is why.
Scenery?
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Been a while since he's been out of his crypt.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Oh no, he's one of those sparkly vampires.
Which means you will not bump into Nim and Hallr as they're on the way to the church.
Okay.
Nim and Hallr, however, go back to the church and find the front door barred and locked.
Okay.
Well, that is certainly not a good sign.
Well, let's see if we can walk in through the graveyard.
We should probably at least knock, make our presence known. And then we'll start rapping on the door, trying not to be too loud.
From the other side of the door, you hear the voice of the young Yeska. Hello?
Hello?
It's Nim
Is
and Hallr.
everything okay?
One at a time.
Sorry.
I was just trying to say, it's Nim and Hallr.
Okay. What was Nim saying?
Is everything okay? Strange for the church to be locked up this early.
A moment later, you hear the bars sliding out of the way, and Father Petrovic opens the door just wide enough to poke his head out and look around.
Hello, sir. Down here.
Well, I know you're down there, but you're not what I was looking for.
What were you looking for, by chance?
I was making sure that your other friend was not here.
Oh, gods, what did he do?
It's not important.
He's not a friend. Not a friend in the slightest. Is Brian okay?
Currently, Brian is fine. But I am trying to cast this spell.
Oh, I'm somewhat gifted in spellcraft. I could assist you.
This is a spell that I'm afraid you will have no aptitude for.
Oh, right. Divine magic, right?
Yes, very much so.
Okay. As long as Brian's okay. And, whatever he did, I'm sorry?
But did he deliver something before he started whatever he did?
He did, yes.
Ah, thank God.
Okay.
You may come in. And he opens the door and steps aside.
Thank you. And then we'll head inside.
And Hallr right behind.
Is there anything I can do for you? Once I begin casting the spell, I cannot be interrupted, or else the spell will fail and I will have to start again.
I don't suppose you will have heard of a person by the name of, the name goes a little bit quieter, Van Richten?
There are many tales of Rudolph Van Richten. Why?
Someone in the town square mentioned him, that I might want to meet with him. I hear he's in some kind of wanted for death trouble?
Indeed. Count Strahd has put a mark on Van Richten's name.
Hey. That's troubling. I was hoping to get his input on a book of monsters.
I suppose if you were able to find Van Richten, you could do that, but Nobody has seen Van Richten in many years.
And what a time to not be gifted in divination magic, huh?
I suppose.
Well, we'll stay mostly out of your hair for the time being.
I may call upon you for aid. I was going to ask your friend to assist me, but then they decided to do something incredibly heinous, and having them assist me ultimately would have caused the spell to fail.
Of course, I'm always glad to help.
It's a small chance, but I may need the help.
Of course, just let me know if you need help.
Indeed. You're welcome to stay here in the chapel for as long as you require. But your colleague, I shall call them, they are not welcome in the Church of St. Andrew's.
I won't ask questions.
But yeah, any idea how long it would take to get our friend Brian up on his feet if we're so lucky?
The bulk of the day.
Okay.
If you'll excuse me, I will go about this task.
May the Morning Lord be with you.
May the morning Lord be with us all. And he goes into his chambers and shuts the door so that he can perform the spell, leaving you with Yeska and with your own devices.
Well, Hallr, I'm glad we didn't get lumped in with him.
Yeah, I wonder what he did. Did he try to eat somebody?
I think he might have. I suppose we could ask Yeska here?
Yeska, the wide-eyed boy that he is, happily chirps that Father Petrovic kicked the man out because he was trying to steal the bones.
Wait, what?
Nim's face just a small frown forms and they start screaming internally. After all that trouble, we went to rescue the bones. That thing decides to steal them again?
He said he wanted to study them, but when he touched them, he screamed like it hurt.
Oh, Morning Lord, preserve us. We can't take him anywhere, Hallr.
Wait, what were those bones consisted? What was those bones consisted of?
I think bones.
Bones, yeah, there were bones of a holy man.
Yeah, wasn't it a bit of it was a skull and oh, my brain.
Spine, I think it
The
was?
skull and the spine had been fashioned into a bit of a mace or a flail.
Do you think he was going for the spine?
Whatever he was going for. Gods, what? Do you think he was trying to sabotage the protection of the church?
Well, it shouldn't have any reason to gather up the bones again.
I mean, you do know who he holds a grudge against for some ungod's known reason.
The world?
Specifically the Morning Lord.
Well, it's gonna be interesting if we meet him back into town.
Should we have him...
It might be a little ugly.
Should we turn him in? I mean, he is the one who murdered those people. What do you think, Hallr? You're a guard. You know about the laws and such.
I'm just looking at him with a stern look and kind of give a side look towards the boy. Because I guess he's still here and can hear everything.
Yes, yes he is.
Yes, he is.
We need to do something about him.
What, the kid?
No, not him.
Oof.
Yeska gives a
No.
little scream and runs into the kitchen and shuts the door.
No.
I hope you enjoy your pancakes. It's pancake time, right? Yeah, it should be.
Oh.
We should turn darts in. I cannot have him weighing on my conscience.
I would like to talk to him first, though.
I'm sorry. Where do we talk to someone who's eaten 5 people?
We talk to him, we bundle him up, and we deliver him as a whole package.
Not a bad idea.
You know, just like a carry-on. You know, when you're traveling a long way with your cart.
I think carry-on is a corpse, my friend. Which is not inaccurate for him.
No, it's a small basket you bring with you when you're taking your cart from A to B.
carry-on. Right. Different word. Sounds similar, though.
Yeah, it tastes different.
I'm not going to ask any questions.
And I just pet him on the head.
Yeah, we need to deal with this, because I don't think we can travel with darts.
What I'd like to do in case he want to come back or try to come back is kind of stay here and protect the church until
Yeah, we should
the
protect this place from...
ceremony or the ritual or whatever you call it is done.
You're more of an intimidating sort. Do you want to stand guard out front, or do you want to wait in here?
No, well, if he was adding some protection thing, we could just sit there. He can't sneak past us.
Well, he could probably sneak past me. I have the perception of a newt. I have literally lost things that were right in front of me before.
Alright. So, by now, Darts has made it to the shores of Lake Zarovich. The tower looming above, casting a bit of a shadow in the pale sunlight. Or daylight, I'm sorry, there's no sunlight here.
Meow?
Yeah, the cat's being annoying.
Oh, I thought it was Staff crying.
The cat's just screaming, "Fuck me," probably. Cats do that.
So, Darts, what are you doing at Lake Zarovich?
Reminiscing about the past before I sealed myself away. Remembering how the lands were before, 100 years ago. Trying to remember. Of course, stopping at the stones that Nim has talked about.
You're looking at the stones. You've rested a hand upon them, and you hear a voice from behind you. I wouldn't do that.
Do what?
A tall, wizardly figure is leaned against one of the other standing stones. His dwarf companion leaning against the other side of it. I wouldn't haphazardly touch these stones.
But you're touching them.
Yes, and I'm also a wizard.
Okay. What
Hi.
can I do for you?
Oh, nothing.
Does this man seem familiar to me?
No, not at all.
Oh. Okay, well, if we have nothing to talk about, turns around and starts to walk off.
You look new here, and he starts to follow you.
Yeah? Ain't most people new?
No, not most people.
Aren't most people born? Technically, they are new.
No, not most people.
Okay, what are you getting at?
No, I'm just privy to some knowledge that makes Barovia a lot less flattering. So what brought you to these high pine forests?
The scenery?
He pulls a pipe out of his robe and puts the stem between his lips and lights the bowl with a snap of his fingers. He takes a few puffs and then passes it to his dwarf friend. Yeah, the scenery is quite nice. Lake Zarovich tends to be a very placid place.
Yeah. Very calm.
Indeed.
Tranquil, even.
It's nice to get out of the village for a little while.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't say your name, stranger.
You didn't say yours.
Well, give me yours, and I might be inclined to give you mine.
Oh, I'm just a humble person named Hearts.
Hearts?
Hearts.
Who names their child Hearts?
Crazy ass people.
Huh. Well, I'm known as the Magnipotent.
The Magnipotent?
The Magnipotent, yes.
Okay. Does that name ring a bell?
No.
At all? Okay. And your dwarf friend?
You can call him Steve.
Steve.
Steve,
Who
yes.
Who names a dwarf Steve?
The dwarf gives you a look that says if you go further, he might be insulted.
Not trying to insult you, my good sir. I was just, bringing it back to the whole who names their child Hearts. Bring the topic around in full circle.
True, I suppose that may have been a little insulting. I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm just a humble traveling wizard who's been in
Oh.
Barovia for far too fucking long.
You too?
Yes.
How long, may I ask? If that's not rude.
Ooh. How long's it been, Steve? A score and a half? A score and a half.
How long is that actually?
25.
I got you beat.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I got you beat by several years.
You seem so young, though.
Good healthcare?
I don't think it is. There's a
Good
stench
skin
about you.
Doesn't everybody stink? There's no baths. Or there are baths, but they're not that great.
Maybe it's just you haven't learned how to use soap.
Yeah. 40 some odd years here could do that to a person.
Yeah, you don't look a day over 28.
Thank you. That's actually young. Quite a bit young. Ooh, you flatter me, good wizard.
The stink I mentioned isn't normal. It's not a normal stink. It's not the smell of sweat or grime. It's the stench of death.
Doesn't most people have the stench of death with them? Because People do die here in Barovia.
No, not this stench. Not till they die, at least.
No.
I got an idea of what you are. I don't like it.
Most people don't like what they think. It's an opinion.
Never let my opinion become fact, friend.
Yeah, well, I should be getting back to my acquaintances back in town.
You do that. I'll be keeping my eye on you.
Okay. Weird. And Darts turns around and walks off back towards town.
Cool. Head back into town. Where do you go?
Let's head to the tavern.
Ah, yes. The Blue Water Inn. You step inside. You're greeted by the usual sights and sounds of an inn. People carousing, having a few drinks. The innkeeper and his lovely wife dispensing wine. Serving food.
I walk up to the bar and ask for a glass of their finest wine.
All we have is grape mash number 3, which I suppose would be our finest.
That will do.
The man serves you a cup of wine.
And I slowly sip it. As I walk to the nearest unoccupied table.
That will be 3 copper, sir.
Oh, I turn around like, okay, here.
Thank you. You go and sit down at a table, and a bard wanders over, a half-elf that's dressed rather flamboyantly, carrying a lute. Says, "Would you like a song, my lord?"
Nah, I'm good.
But I can make a song about anything.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yes. Very sure. I just want to enjoy my glass of wine in peace. Thank you.
He leans down and says, "How about 4 silver to leave you alone?"
How about 3 copper and you can just disappear?
I'll take it.
Cool. I give him 3 copper.
Wanders over to the bar and buys himself a drink. The bar doesn't seem, well, the inn doesn't seem very lively. There are a few people here enjoying drinks and enjoying meals. Is there anything in particular you wanted to do, or are you just sitting here resting?
Sitting here resting and enjoying the somewhat quietness now that the bard is gone. And contemplating what that wizard really wanted with me.
Well, time passes. Back at the church, Father Petrovic comes out of the room, looking weary.
Okay.
He sits down in one of the chairs, says, "It is done.
Thank the morning Lord.
Your friend will be fine, perhaps with a couple of weeks' worth of rest."
Yeah. I don't think we can ever properly repay you for this.
But you already have. You
How
returned the
so?
bones, and that is what's really important. With these bones I can restore the hallowed status of the church grounds and the surrounding village.
What happened to any undead in the village?
Well, chances are they would be compelled to leave.
Okay. Okay, good. Good. It's good. Very good.
Entering the village would also be very difficult, maybe even painful.
So it's just like stepping on some of those barbed wires.
I'm not sure what a barbed wire is, but certainly painful. To some, maybe a mild annoyance, but to others, absolute destruction.
One can only hope.
Well, I swing my axe on my back. I'm happy I'm alive though.
Father, we were made aware of what happened.
Okay.
And I want to apologize for that thing's behavior.
Well, your apology is accepted.
You won't have to deal with it for long, if things go well. Neither will we, thankfully.
Not entirely sure what you're getting at, but I'll take your word for it.
Please give Brian a message when he wakes up that we miss him.
Brian is awake.
Oh, good. Let me go give it to him myself.
That's fine.
If that's okay.
Be gentle, though.
Yeah. I'd imagine coming back from the dead is quite an ordeal.
Brian has had an adventure of sorts.
Oh? I'm glad he decided to come back to us then. Come on, let's go check on Brian and then let him rest.
You enter the room where Brian is sat up in the bed, looking, I would say pale, but Brian's covered in fur.
Oh no, the fur is white.
Hey, Bri, how you feeling?
I feel like I've died and came back to life.
Okay. That's a normal feeling. It's okay. Do what the nice father says, get some good rest, alright?
Oh, I will. I'm going to sleep like I just smoked a fat pound of Fiona face, and Brian passes out.
Well, it's a quick way to go to sleep.
Yeah, I was about to ask, let us know if we need to bring him something, but I guess...
Brian wakes back up. More Fiona face melter, please, and then falls back asleep.
Oh lord.
Sharp ears on that one.
Well, I know where he got his stuff, but I haven't seen the difference between ordinary weed and the face melter.
I don't really understand it either, I'll be honest with you. I'm not an herbalist at all. I have the basic understanding of how to make healing potions, but not much else.
Yeah, I don't even eat vegetables.
Probably should. They're part of a balanced diet.
Yeah, but they taste like shit.
That's why you have them with other things to make them not taste that way.
And think about they put the horse shit on top of it when they make it.
Well, not
Or when it
necessarily
grows.
horse.
Horse,
manure
cow,
is rather...
human. Whatever smells.
And if you think about it, once whatever made your meat is born, it's covered in all sorts of unmentionable fluids.
Yeah, that's why you clean it up with the fire.
You're a strange one, Hallr.
Hey, I like my meat.
I'm sure you do.
But yeah, should we... by the way... Father?
Yes.
You're known in this area. I'm a little known, but not that. I'm thinking about changing some of my... what to say? See some of my handles on my axe and knives are beginning to get torn. Do you know where I could get a good piece of oak so I can replace my handles?
No, I'm afraid I do not.
Well, I have to ask. You're talking to so many people, so I thought you might know.
No, the topic of trees and wood has never come up.
Well, it was worth a try. But yeah, thanks a lot for helping Brian. If we ever can do anything more for you, let us know.
Of course.
Even if it's just bringing you dinner, we'll do that also.
I might
And,
take you up on that offer.
That does sound like fun. Dinner with friends? Acquaintances? Acquaintances. And then something registers in Nim's eyes, and he says, I need to go. And
Okay,
Nim just gets their things and heads out.
And I'll slowly walk behind him because I walk slow, Nim runs.
Yeah, Nim goes zoom.
But zooming to where?
Nim has a set of rocks to go study and yell at.
At 7 p.m.
I mean, what better time to yell at rocks?
Preferably during the daylight hours.
Good boy. Didn't know it was 7 p.m. Right, let's go to the tavern. And sleep. Or inn, rather.
Well, I think we could afford a drink or two today. We have something to celebrate. Brian is back.
Oh yeah, we need to deliver the wagon to the Vistani, too.
Yeah, we still need oak.
Yeah, that axe handle isn't going to handle much more. Pardon the accidental joke.
It wasn't for that.
Of course it was. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sure. But should we, on the way to the tavern, should we check how, if we filled up the cart so far?
We should probably do that.
Probably not at 7 p.m.
Well, we can walk past and see if there's anything on the cart.
Well, you won't be walking past that. You'll be walking to. The market is far beyond the blue water.
Sorry, I suck at measuring things. It's cold.
fine. Are you affected by that fog again?
No. Drinking time it is.
Drinking time it is, then.
You get to the blue water. And, the bard is being the bard. The annoying bard that the bard is. There's loud music, there's people drinking. It's a little more rowdy than it was earlier. Darts has stuck around, drinking wine and brooding at a table by themselves.
How easily is he to spot when we enter, or is it too many people?
Pretty fucking easy to spot in a crowd.
Like, they didn't see him.
Stick out like a sore thumb.
So yeah, I'm heading towards the bar, then I just stop, look over, and walk a different direction. Towards Darth.
Okay.
Hello there, Darth.
Hi, Hallr.
You don't happen to have anything to tell us, do you?
Not that I could think of.
I grab him by the, not the neck, but clothing, and start trying to lift him up. You want to think about that again?
I met a wizard and a dwarf.
Wizard and a dwarf and a cherry tree. Woo.
What the hell? Have you been smoking that, Fiona?
I wish.
Me too.
Brian perks up
And-
in bed. Fiona.
Oh, Lord.
He's just become omnipresent.
And I just lift him a bit higher up. You want to think about that answer again?
Yeah, that's all I done. After I dropped off the gem, I went off to Lake Zarovich.
And I lift him up so I can hold him towards the wall, pretty high up.
Erwin begins to cross the room towards you.
So, you say nothing happened at the church?
Only the thing that I know of is I helped the priest gather some stuff and handed him the gem and left.
You fucking liar, and I just slam into the floor.
Looks like we got a bar fight.
Erwin, at this point, intervenes, separating Hallr from Darts. The owner of the blue water glaring at the Goliath. You will not fight inside my establishment.
No, I'm just helping him. He had his clothes a little bit too tight on. I was just loosening them. He had problems breathing, can't you hear that?
Doesn't hear any breathing because Darts doesn't breathe.
This is your only warning.
Fuck. Oh no worries, me and my friend is going out, and I'll grab, or I'll hold him, Darth under the arm and walks out with him, or drags him out.
Darts refuses. Darts wants to finish his glass of wine.
The Hallr still want to try to drag him out.
Alright,
Nim just sitting at the bar with a cup of wine. She's like, ooh.
let's see. It's been a while since we've had to do this.
It's a while since we had the bar fight.
Don't have to grapple often.
How much have Duff gotten to drink?
Not enough to impair his faculties.
I had to try.
I'm a sensible drinker.
There is no such thing.
Yeah, there is.
Not in my book.
Because you're a barbarian.
Isn't your book like a pop-up book?
Okay, so make these publicly because they're going to be contested checks.
Okay.
Hallr, you need to make a strength and or athletics check.
That's just regular strength, right?
If you would, or athletics, whichever is higher. And then Darts makes either an athletics check or a dexterity acrobatics check. You get to choose.
I'm gonna do athletics.
For fuck's sake!
Darts smacks Hallr's hand off of his being.
Like I said, I want to finish my glass of wine.
Oh, let me help you. Oh, look, you spilled your wine. Blop, 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 blop.
It's gonna be a fight tonight.
That's just, a travesty in this time in this age.
Well, you should be a little careful what you're doing. You might spill stuff.
But you're the one that spilled it.
It's not my wine.
At this point, the entire tavern has gone quiet, watching Darts and Hallr.
Darts looks at Erwin's like, I would like another glass, please, and tosses him 3 copper pieces. It may be a meal for this barbarian. He seems hangry.
No, thank you.
Erwin decants another glass of wine for Darts.
Where is Nim sitting?
Nim is at the bar with a cup of wine, looking directly at Hallr.
Well, I'm gonna head over to the table that's closest to the door. So I can, the closest free table to the door. So I can keep an eye on the door and I'll sit down. Staring at Darth.
The bard sits across from Hallr, gently strumming the lute.
Hey, bard.
I
Do you play for funerals?
play for any occasion.
So if I give you 10 gold, you go over and play a funeral song for that gentleman in the corner there?
Of course.
Here you go, 10 gold.
As you wish, sir. He takes the gold, puts it in his hip pouch. He wanders over to Darts' table, stands there, and begins to play.
And Darts just starts bobbing his head with it.
The proud lord said that I should bow so low.
Oh, I fucking love it.
And Darts tips the bard 2 gold pieces, saying that was a wonderful song.
Well, thank you, but it's not over yet. I mean, for DMCA reasons, I'm not going to continue singing.
Aww!
I mean, maybe later.
But I heard it's fun to stay at the DMCA.
Darts is loving the song as he bobs his head back and forth with it. As he slowly drinks his wine.
Well, Hallr is still sitting down staring.
The entire tavern is silent, many of them with heads bowed in reverence. At the end, a lot of glasses are raised. And the bard says, "For absent friends."
Too true, Bard. Too true.
Nim is going to walk over to Hallr, kind of prod at him.
Hallr's still staring at Darth.
You're a guard, aren't you? Making a rest.
No.
No? What are you going to do with him then?
Well, I think he's gonna get too drunk and need help to get home.
Oh, okay.
After a few moments, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let me know if you need anything. And then Nim will go back amongst the crowd.
After the song completes and respects are paid, the bar goes back to its normal, mildly friendly atmosphere. A few moments later, a familiar wizard and his dwarf companion enters through the front door.
And I raise my wine glass to him.
He doesn't notice you.
Oh.
He busts in. Innkeeper, wine for everybody.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And he crosses to the bar and sets down a small pouch of coins. Erwin and Danica begin serving more wine to everybody.
Too familiar to Nim, like, even slightly.
Oh yeah, this is the one. This is the wizard who had all the wine from the woods.
Oh, hey, it's been a while.
Ah, hello, my little arcane friend.
It's wonderful to see you, and how are you? How's your, friend?
Oh yeah, he's fine. We're
Oh,
fine.
good. I've made some incredible research regarding the standing stones.
Oh, really?
Yes, one of them is actually a letter.
Oh.
I think they have a message.
That's very likely.
I need to find out what secrets this thing holds. It's been taunting me, haunting my dreams. I must know.
Well, as far as the information I've gathered, they've been standing there for about as long as Barovia has existed. That and the tower.
So if I could find some sort of secret involving these stones, maybe I'll find a secret involving Barovia itself.
That stands to reason, yeah.
Would you care to do a joint research project?
Oh, no. I'm not too invested in the standing stones or that tower.
Aw, it would have been nice to have someone to keep me company while I yell at rocks.
Oh, I'm sure. But I have other business throughout the lands.
Oh. I hear someone's got a death penalty put on their head by Strahd. Ugh. Some Van Richten character?
I've heard of Van Richten.
What did he do exactly? Do you not know?
Well, as far as I know, Van Richten is one of Strahd's greatest enemies.
I'd heard he was a monster hunter. Makes sense why they'd be enemies then. Vampires, monster hunters don't exactly get along.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Came in with a fairly good disposition. Good to see. Especially at this place.
I guess. In Barovia, you have to keep a sunny disposition, especially since the sun doesn't really shine here.
Well, no complaints on my end from that. I'm not so good with the sunlight. No sensitive eyes and whatnot.
Indeed. Indeed.
Say, would you happen to... I've been interested in getting a cabal of mages together, you know, share notes, research notes, all that kind of thing. Would that be something you might be interested in?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I don't share my notes.
Fair. Do you know any who might be, though?
As far as I know, you and I may very well be the only wizards in Barovia.
The only... Oh.
The
That's-
last wizard that I heard came here was thrown from the top of the Serre Falls and hasn't been seen since.
That's a long fall.
It is a long fall. It's likely that they did not survive.
Though the body would have been found, wouldn't it?
Maybe it has been.
Or maybe he got up and walked away, knowing these places.
That's a thought I hadn't entertained.
I mean, the dead have a problem staying dead here, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, nothing dies here. It's awful.
Yeah, it really is when you think about it. No grand afterlife, no getting to see the Akashic records when you die if you're lucky.
He takes a drink of wine.
This moment, Dart gets up from his table and walks towards the wizard and the dwarf.
The wizard takes note of this, leans down and says, you're not looking for Van Richten, are you?
I may be, yes. I would like to get his input on the book I'm writing.
That's a very dangerous thing, just letting you know.
What
Hello!
is dangerous?
Hi! Nice
Oh,
to
look.
see y'all here this
Oh,
evening.
whimsical stranger.
Nim? How do you
Who
know
are
these
you?
people?
Who are you?
Really, Nim?
I'm going to have to request that you, stand back. You stink.
Okay. But how do you know these people?
What do you mean? I'm just chatting.
Anyway, I'm retiring for the evening. Nice to see you again, Magnificent and Steve.
Charmed. Have a good evening.
As do you.
He just stares at Darts while Darts stands there.
The Darts looks at Erwin and is like, I would like to rent a room, a private room if I can.
Renting a whole room to yourself is going to be expensive.
I dropped 2 platinum pieces on the counter.
Very well, sir. He takes the platinum pieces and leads you up the stairs to a room.
Thank you, Erwin. And I hand him a gold piece for his troubles.
No, thank you.
Oh, okay. And I enter my room.
From where I'm sitting, would I see what room he got?
No, unfortunately not.
I see you've had the displeasure of meeting him.
I wouldn't call it a displeasure.
Oh, I would. I most definitely would.
My Kobold friend, you need to see more opportunities rather than disadvantages.
We're used to looking down, not up.
That doesn't make sense.
It is a joke about living in caves as a species. we're more concerned with what's crawling beneath us than what's crawling above us.
If you say so.
What good can there be in meeting him?
That all depends on what the situation is. I don't know the situation, so I could think of at least 3 or 4 applications for that individual.
May I be so curious as to ask what those are?
Well, he looks like he's some sort of muscle.
We've got
Appears to
plenty
be
of muscle,
tough to kill,
unfortunately.
which makes him an asset on some level. Until he stabs you in the back, of course.
Or eats the back of my head.
So don't let him eat the back of your head.
The only thing I've got on him right now is a book of his he's attached to.
Can I see the book?
Sure, as long as you don't burn it and burn my only thing over him.
Why would I?
I don't know. I'm used to being stabbed in the back. Here you go.
And Hallr moves over to the bar while they're talking.
He sets the book down on the bar top and begins casually flipping through pages and scanning. I see. That explains a few things. This
Yeah.
book is potentially very valuable.
That's so.
The information contained within. Yes, very valuable.
I don't suppose anyone has a passing interest in it.
I do.
May I ask what makes this book so valuable? I've been passing through it, but I've never been much of an alchemical sort.
Well, there's several formula for powerful elixirs. This one here, and he points to a passage in particular, is some kind of elixir of life. Some of the ingredients could use refining, and some of the brewing methods.
Barbaric?
What was that?
Some of the brewing methods are barbaric, it seems.
Well, the thing is, distilled water perhaps would be better than spring water, which has been noted here in this instance.
You know, if people were to start making these elixirs, they could make quite a bit of money, couldn't they?
Well, the ingredients listed here are so rare that there's no way you're going to mass produce these.
Of course not. That would make them more valuable, you know, rare things that only a select number of exist, kind of deal.
I take it this book is not for sale.
Depends. How much were you looking to pay for it?
How much would be acceptable?
Elixirs of life do sound very valuable. Problem is, I've never been good with the price of books. I just read them.
I understand that. Many of my former comrades never saw the value in books, except books that they themselves had penned.
Okay, guilty as charged. I am rather fixated on my own works.
I don't want to be unfair, but I'm also on rather a strict budget. $200 gold pieces.
100 gold pieces isn't bad, but... Well, I feel like elixirs of life are worth a bit more. But maybe we could... Well, not that you may want to work together, but we could work together and see if we could get this actually efficient instead of whatever that thing had.
I don't work well with others. I'm sorry.
Figures.
My methodology may clash with your methodology. There could be arguments. I just don't have the time or patience for that sort of headache.
Arguing? That's strange. Why would there be arguments?
I didn't say there would be. I said there probably would be. I have no idea how you like to do things. You have no idea how I prefer to do things. The fact remains, without that common knowledge between us, having never worked together, there is a high probability that we would butt heads.
True. There's also a probability we wouldn't.
I would put money on the first.
How much money?
Here, keep the book. I've lost interest.
Fair enough. Sorry to drive such a hard bargain. Just...
I have no
Things
interest with working with you. I'm sorry.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like, the only reason I put up with the dwarf is because we've been friends for so long.
Must be nice. Must be nice. I'll let you know whenever I perfect the formula.
I don't think you will. I'm sorry. At least...
What reason would I not do that?
Well, you've admitted that you're not good with alchemical formula at all.
I can find a way.
Oh, I wish you the best of luck.
And you the best of luck with whatever your next thing is.
I currently don't have a thing.
Huh.
I'm waiting on the wine market to crash to offload my supply, and, yeah.
Investment.
I'm sorry?
Not a bad investment at all.
Not a bad investment at all.
Well, good luck with that.
Well, thank you, and good luck with your research.
And now, Nim's going to rent themselves a room, but, you know, not a private one, because Nim isn't wasting money.
Nim doesn't have to rent a room. Nim has a room here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nim does
Yes.
have one. Well, Nim's going to retire to the room and start
Yeah.
studying the book. Yeah, what's up, Hallr?
Don't you think we should visit our friend before we turn in?
We have a friend here?
Yeah, you know our good friend Darth?
Oh, that. I don't know which
Do
room
you
this is.
remember what room it's in?
No. I was distracted, admittedly.
Barkeeper, could you tell us where our good friend Darth is staying?
Erwin glares at Hallr.
We just want to kiss him goodnight.
I
Sure,
won't tell you which
prerogative.
room he's in. If you go upstairs and knock randomly on doors, I will cast you out on your backside.
Well, that was what I was trying to avoid.
Then don't do it.
No, so it would be easier for you to tell me what room he's staying in.
Why would I do that?
Well, he's a friend of ours.
Didn't seem like it.
No, he just lost a bet.
Wouldn't it be easier if you didn't do this whole cloak and dagger thing, Hallr?
I don't have a cloak.
You know what I mean.
No.
I forget. I'm talking to a living brick wall.
He means that you're lying to me, and I already know it.
I would never lie to you.
Hallr, please. You're embarrassing me by proxy.
Continue this charade, and you will sleep in the stable.
Can we at least talk about this in private?
And I followed him.
Listen, he already knows that you're not telling him the whole story. We want him on our side, not that thing's. Right?
Yeah, but the thing wouldn't be any problem anymore if I could kiss him goodnight.
Yes, but you were being so blatantly obvious that I think everyone in the tavern knows what you want to do with him.
Yeah, but everyone in the tavern doesn't know what the fuck he is.
Then why don't we, you know,
Let him escape?
have words with the owner of this place and have him on our side? Let's try using our words, not our
Apparently
acts.
the money is more important for him.
If he wants money, he'll have money. Excuse me, Irvin?
Yes.
Could we pull you aside for a moment away from prying ears?
I'll go up to the room while you having your chat.
Okay. You go in the room, don't... Just keep your axe in its holster, please. For now.
I grab my club and yeah, sure.
Works for me.
And I walk up to the room.
Erwin just lets out a deep sigh, just...
Sorry about him, sir.
How can I help you?
You do need his room.
Why?
Because he's a murderer. He killed 5 people. No, not killed. Slaughtered. That man who came in talking about his friends who were killed, he did it. He's a monster. He's not human.
You are talking about creating a commotion in my establishment.
We're trying to avoid creating a commotion, but that Hallr, he's as subtle as a brick, as I'm sure you're aware.
I think perhaps you had best just sleep through the night and handle it in the morning.
Okay. At least we'll have the right of way. Don't know why he didn't make an arrest already. Good night, Sir Erwin.
Good night.
And Nim heads up to the room.
And so closes another chapter.
Holy hell, Hallr is as subtle as a brick through a window. And with all the grace of one. Like, I respect it, don't get me wrong, but holy hell.
The
Well,
group has 2 weeks worth of downtime.
Nim is going to study that book. When not studying the stones that they're so fascinated with.
Actually, Darts would like his book back because he helped y'all find the bones.
What book?
The book you stole from me.
Oh, shame I sold it to someone.
You would really sell a book that valuable?
Offered a good price. What can I say?
I don't believe Nim.
It's not hard to not believe Nim, let's be honest here.
Hey,
But we
50 copper is 50 copper.
Anyway.
We know what you did.
Last summer.
Damn it.
Oh, I just had to on that one.
Not to be rude or anything, you shambling, hulking abomination of undeath. But what was your plan?
What do you mean?
You tried to steal the bones again.
Someone tried to steal the bones again?
Yes, you did. We heard about it from the father and the child. You're not slick. Everyone heard you yell whenever they burned you. So, what the hell were you thinking?
Private thoughts?
Alright, that's it. One more time. I'm gonna ask you this, and if you give me an answer I don't like, this book is going up in cinders. How about that?
So you still have my book?
That's right, of course I do. Now answer my question before I get annoyed.
Well, you should return what is rightfully mine because I helped y'all find the bones. That was our arrangement.
Our arrangement is that you're a monster that eats people. And we should have killed you when we found you.
Didn't your kind eat people before mine?
No, we mostly survived by scavenging off of bones and tree bark.
Didn't y'all eat babies at one point?
What hasn't eaten a baby at some point?
Darts raises his hand.
Yeah, right. When you were alive, you ate veal, no doubt.
Pigs are very rare in this country.
Veal from a pig? What kind of barbarian are you?
One that's been born and raised in Barovia.
Oh, gods. You're a lost cause. You're absolutely insane. You want to kill the Morning Lord.
Yeah, that plan might be put on a back burner for a while.
It's never going to happen. We are not on the same caliber as the gods. Do you realize that?
I'm well aware that at my current state, I am not.
Your current state?
Yeah?
The greatest of all mages that we know of was only able to cast a spell once, and it killed a god, and then he died.
But doesn't all gods have technically a weakness?
Not generally, no. They're gods for a reason. Their weaknesses are either dead or hidden away in some ancient vault that you will never find.
Ooh, ancient vault.
God, he's an idiot.
Out of character, would I happen to know about Argynvost Holt?
Yes, you would.
Okay. Thank you, that's all I needed to know.
I don't... Whatever your beef with the Morning Lord is, you need to drop it. You're a monster now. There's only one way to cure that.
I told you there was a place that we could commune with a dragon.
Why? I see what you're playing to. Old, unfortunately true stereotypes. What about it?
If I'm correct, there might be a keep near, not far off out the west gate of Falaki, called Argynvost Holt. We might find help there
Please
to
don't tell me.
to deal with Strahd.
And let me guess, do you think this information is worthy of this book? Correct?
Oh no. No.
Let me give you a few critiques on your book. Some of the materials you've listed are, well, one, rare, and two, spring water? Really? Not distilled water?
Yeah, that's what I had.
You could be much more efficient. So much more efficient.
Well, if I would have a chance to read my notes, I could probably critique them and fix them, but someone keeps hogging my book.
Yes, because it's the only thing I have over you right now. I thought that was fairly well established, that I'm holding on to this book as blackmail against you.
Anyway.
I
2
would
weeks.
love to kill down Strahd, though.
Indeed. 2 weeks of downtime. 2 weeks to do whatever you want to do.
How much did we say it cost to silver a sword?
I believe it's 100 gold pieces.
Not a bad price.
That actually isn't bad. Yeah, I would like to silver my sword during the week, if it will take that entire time.
Yeah, and also how much for a nice little big sword?
No, I
Sorry,
mean-
axe. Oh, I can't speak today.
Mood.
Some of these things you can look up for yourselves. I mean, you can access the items thing, can you not?
Yeah.
Go into the campaign tab, you got items. And even if it's not there, you can go into the modules library and pull up like whatever resource book, and there's equipment lists there too. But when I say you have 2 weeks of downtime, it's not just, I want to buy 1 or 2 items. It's, I want to do big things. Like, I want to really research these notes. I want to make potions. I want to try and craft a magic item. I want to try to get some information on something.
Yeah, I think Nim is really going to start digging into this book.
Hell, I wanna relax. Relaxation's a thing.
True.
Okay. Let me think.
Probably gonna split, like, half the book and half studying the standing stones. So that seems accurate to what Nim would like to do.
Nice. So you spend a A week researching the book and a week researching standing stones. I mean, you can also do like religious services, scribing a spell scroll.
Fortunately, I don't really have anything I want to put in the scroll at the moment. Though it would be fun to have a scroll of Fireball. It is not where Nim's brain is at the moment.
Fireball. 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 I cast Fireball. Well,
I cast Fireball at 69th level.
Since researching is what's something you have already set in your mind, let's go ahead and resolve your research for the book. Let's see. Let me see your skill list here.
Kind of
To
like one
research the book, you're gonna roll
I'm loving it.
You're gonna roll either medicine, wisdom, or intelligence, arcana.
I think Arcana is probably my best bet.
Probably. So go ahead and do that.
Throwing it in the tower.
And now roll percentile dice for me.
Okie dokie. There you go. I think I clicked the right one.
Indeed. Alright. And I'll have to take these notes and get back to you on like the final thing, because I haven't decided what all is in the book. You know, the book was just there as kind of a prop.
Yeah. I understand that having to fly by the seat of your pants kind of thing.
I like it when players get attached to a prop that doesn't really mean anything.
It's like, well, guess it does now.
I remember Gimbal liked one of his props.
You mean his hat?
Amongst other things.
I'm pretty sure that counts as a prop. When he drank what was basically vinegar.
Okay,
oh, no, my mistake. Basically poison.
That was Thrum who drank that.
All right.
Guilty.
One is, I'm going to give you a bit of information about the book, and the other will be an alchemical formula. The bit of information is, despite Dart's best efforts, half of the things you have read are wrong.
Ooh.
Not proficient in alchemical anything. I'm not proficient in alchemical. This is all just...
God. It was like a redneck making bathtub brandy.
Dart's...
No, bathtub gin. There we go.
Have some Merlot. I makes it in the toilet. Yeah, Dart's, like you said, flying by the seat of his pants, was just trying things to see if they worked, and took a lot of notes, and some of them just kind of ran together. but you did decipher one alchemical formula, and I will determine what that is when we go to break
Roger
here
that.
in a moment. And
Is there any chance I could recreate that book?
from memory, no.
Damn.
Like all your other research text, because it was burnt, is gone. You took those notes because there was no way you're gonna remember them.
Gotcha.
And let's roll, I guess, Arcana for the Standing Stones.
Roger that. Flop.
And percentile dice.
Roger that.
Ooh, roll a d20.
Oh, okay. Getting
I'm
all the
sorry,
dice today,
roll a
apparently.
d6, not a d20.
Oh, whoops. Okay, there's your d6.
So, good news and bad news.
Alright, always bad news first.
Bad news. You are banned from Vallaki.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Apparently, while you were researching, you got a little overzealous and pushed one of the stones. It collapsed, hit another stone, that stone collapsed, hit another
Oh,
stone.
yeah. Dominoes.
Dominoes. The
I prefer
Burgomaster...
Little Caesars myself.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Burgomaster of Vallaki caught wind of this and is very angry. You have been henceforth banned from Vallaki for meddling in things you shouldn't have been meddling in. At least in the Burgomaster's eyes. The good news is, you've uncovered 3 more letters hidden in etchings on the stones. An I, an O, and a D.
Interesting. The Burgomaster doesn't know what he's missing. There's important information here to be uncovered, and I will uncover it.
Getting a weapon silvered
Mm-hmm.
is not something you would personally do unless you wanted to. But it's
What?
faster to let a professional do it.
Well, I was gonna have it commissioned to be silvered,
Okay.
which
well
I
then-
thought would take some time.
Yeah, but it's not part of the downtime you're doing.
Ah.
It's just something that's going to happen in conjunction with your downtime.
Well, that's why I would have it commissioned at the start of the downtime. You know.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's not really going to eat into your personal downtime.
Gotcha.
And yeah, it'll take about a week,
Okay.
and it'll cost 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
And- But other than that, what does anybody have an idea what they want to do for their downtime?
Kinda.
What you got for me, Hallr?
Well, half of it. Well, I'm not gonna be week by week, but yeah, half of it I'm relaxing and training, and the other half I'm actually looking around at shops, talking to the smith, see if there any way I can improve my weapon.
Okay, so as far as your use of downtime, you're gonna spend half of it relaxing and half of it training.
No, half of it relaxing and training among each other.
No, that's not how that works.
Ah, okay.
Because relaxing is a part of downtime, and so is training. And
Okay, one third of each then.
okay, because shopping doesn't really count as downtime.
No, it'd be more like researching, asking people who have an idea how I can get my weapon better, like talking to the smith, talking to vendors.
Well, that would be carousing, kind of.
Yeah.
But improving your weapon, typically magic. Magic is kind of the only way to improve your weapon.
So I guess he won't find an answer.
Not really.
But he poor Hallr doesn't know much about magic. So yeah, 1/3 wasting time and 1/3 relaxing and 1/3 training.
Alright, so relaxing is just an expenditure of like money. Let me see here. Let me find the relaxing section again. Because I think
Work out hard one day and relax the other day. That works.
I mean, that's how you want to split it up. It still equals 1 week of relaxing and 1 week
Yeah.
of training. Where did I find it? This religion, so relaxing should be somewhere.
You know, I might hang around in the inn a little bit more than usual.
Oh, damn it. I know I saw it. I'm fucking blind and I hate it.
You want me to send you something that might help, Wayward?
Sure. We can see if it'll help. Might be faster than scanning through this book. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, this... My dark mode does not like this web page. Oh, hey, cool, it's not blindingly white.
Blinded by the light.
Okay, clicking view source was not the correct answer. Let's see. Take a break. Recover from sickness or injuries. You don't really need that, Hallr. You're not really sick or injured.
No.
Like, the only person who needs to relax for 1 week is Brian, and then Brian has a week left of downtime. I mean, do you want to try to buy a magic item or something?
Sure, I might have gotten offered that while I'm asking around. Who knows?
No, there's a check to be made to see if someone is in town with a magic item. When weaker, if ever, 100 GP and expenses. Spending time and money increases your chance of finding a high quality item. To see, my magic item makes a charisma persuasion check to determine the quality of the seller found. And a +1 bonus for every additional 100 spent on the search, up to a maximum bonus of 10. Okay, so you're spending one work week looking for a magic item, which is going to give you a +1 bonus, and then you can spend up to 900 in gold to get the maximum bonus to persuasion or charisma of a +10 if you wanted.
Let me check my wallet.
I think you got the money.
I got the money.
Okay, cool. So, yeah. If you want to spend 900 gold, you can get a +10 to persuasion to find a seller.
I'll do that.
Okay. And then roll a persuasion check with +10. And you can make this public if you want. Doesn't matter. Who farted?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you could hear that.
Oh my goodness. It really was a...
I actually farted, I'm sorry.
Let's see if this works.
Could have said it was your chair and I would have fucking believed you. But oh no.
Yeah,
I swear I didn't think y'all were gonna hear it.
Alright, that's a 27. Let me consult the book here real quick. Roll 1d4 times on magic table F.
And I'll remove the 900 gold.
And roll a d4 in chat for me. The maximum, alright.
Damn.
I got to be lucky in something when I suck at battle.
It be that way.
You got lucky. A strange peddler came through town selling 4 magic items.
Ooh.
One of which is a cloak of protection. It's made of fine cloth and embroidered with silver and gold threads. There's clearly something special about this garment. Then there is a gem of brightness. A small prism, which held up to the light, glows incredibly brightly. A wand of the war mage. A nicely crafted utilitarian wand made from some rare wood. Unfortunately, this can only be benefited by a spellcaster.
Yeah, I guess it would be a pretty expensive piece of wood to throw on the bonfire.
And then a +1 maul. Or a refined maul, as it were. The attention to detail and the materials used mark this weapon as special.
So, how much for the cloak and the maul?
Let's see here.
Would the cloak count as armor?
It'll increase your armor class, but not as armor.
Okay, yeah.
I think they're all uncommon. So they're all going to get the same price range. The maul is going to go for 500 gold. And the cloak, they're willing to part with for 300.
So that's 800. Let's see. Me and conversion rates.
Be a baller and buy all of these items.
Need a wand?
But there is one in your group who could definitely use a wand.
Guess somebody needs a gem to see the light at the darkest of times. Fine.
This is the light of Elendil, our brightest star.
Look, it's dark in the cellar. Look at this prism. Oh, things grow.
Look at the flowers, Hallr. Just look at the flowers.
The flower smells great. Oh, God. Stop making me laugh. It hurts my eye.
I'm sorry. But you definitely want the maul and the cloak.
Yeah, but let's say I buy everything, though.
Okay. Subtract the 800 for the maul and the cloak. I will add them to your inventory.
Yeah. I hate the conversion with the platinum thing.
It's 10 platinum. I'm sorry, 10 gold to a platinum. The only place where it gets fucky is with Electrum. Electrum is half a gold.
Yeah, so 67 is 670 gold.
Yes. Here's your maul. Whoops, I should have identified it for you. I'm sorry. Refined maul. And then the cloak. You click that and bring it over here. The Wand of the War Mage. They're willing to sell that to you for 200 gold.
Yeah, let's see. Then I've done the payment for the first one. Yeah.
Right, so you subtracted 200 more gold?
Not yet. I'm waiting for the price for the other one.
Oh, let's see.
But I pulled off the 800 for the two first ones.
Gem of Brightness. 500 gold. So 700 altogether for this.
Well, looks like it only be the one. That's what I can afford.
I mean, you have a lot of silver. All you gotta do is drop the 2 off the end.
Oh yeah. So let's see if
Actually, the 50.
I hate math. Math.
Yeah, you have in silver. You have 515 gold.
If I then do, let's see.
So if you pay 200 gold and 500 silver.
Yeah, I just did like that.
Well, not 500 silver. Ugh. Yep, and then you go down to 56 gold pieces, and they're both yours.
Yeah, sure.
Do it.
Let's do it. There we go. I'm broke.
There's your gem. And here comes your wand.
It's really not the right time to do math, that's for sure.
Alright, and then you wanted to spend... Oh, and do a favor, roll me percentile dice. There is a 10% chance that there was a complication.
You want it in the tower?
No, just out in the open. Alright, no complications. Good shit. Let me clear some of these excess windows.
Finally, I'm lucky with the fucking dices.
Really? You got some decent random magic shop.
We love random magic shop.
Or random cards.
No, never again. Never
I
again.
still can't get over that.
Y'all fucking got too lucky with that shit.
The deck of many things.
Yeah. Got too damn fucking lucky with that shit.
Too fucking lucky.
Because wasn't there, like, no negative cards in that deck?
No, there were negative cards. You just managed to draw all of the good cards before negative cards became a thing.
Ah.
Yeah, one of my players has a deck of many things. He's gotten very lucky with his draws so far.
I told you, it actually helps learning to count cards.
Really does.
Let's see. Receiving training in a language or tool typically takes at least 10 work weeks, but the time is reduced by number of work weeks equal to the character's intelligence modifier. An intelligence penalty increases the time needed. What is your modifier? -1, so 8 work weeks.
What, me? Yeah, I'm stupid as a brick.
Wouldn't that actually add a word?
Yeah, it did.
Well, it said the minimum was 10 weeks.
Oh, 11 work weeks, you're right. I don't know why I had 7 work weeks in my brain.
Oh, 7 days to die, maybe?
Oh, don't mention that
unlikely.
crap again.
So you can begin training, certainly. And you can just, whenever you have a downtime week, you can spend that week training and it'll count towards your training. If you want.
But I lost you a little bit there.
Okay.
Training with a new weapon?
Not a new weapon.
Or just regular training?
Actually, I don't know why it couldn't apply to a weapon. Yeah, you can. If you don't have proficiency in a particular weapon, but you're a barbarian, you have proficiency in all weapons.
Yeah, just same. I train a little body training, a little weapon training.
Okay,
You know, you got to look good for the chicks.
Okay, Robin.
Yes.
I know what you're saying, but
Yeah.
you already have training with all the weapons. There's no training you can do to like increase your stats.
No, it's just doing it to keep in shape.
Okay.
I'm not expecting anything back from it. Maybe a bottle of baby oil now and then, but...
No,
No
baby
baby
oil,
oil.
get out!
So, Wayward, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Where it says become proficient with a new skill, does that mean like a skill like, you know, acrobatics or nature, performance, something like that?
Where does it say skill?
Under training, it says learn a new language or become proficient with a new skill or tool.
Was that on the binder thing you sent?
Yeah. I posted a PNG of it in the Sunday campaign in Discord so that you can actually zoom in.
Nice, because the thing you sent doesn't even give me like the whole thing.
No, this was, I think, just like a screenshot of the book.
Which book?
That's a good question, because he's not Xanathar's. Master a language, musical instrument, tool, or game. Let's see, 10 work weeks, minus your intelligence modifier, and also requires an appropriate tutor. That doesn't mention skill at all.
No, the first sentence. Learn a new language or become proficient with a new skill or tool.
Cubby, we're looking at the same image, correct? The one you posted in Discord? The sentence says master new language, musical instrument, tool, or game.
Oh, what the hell was I looking at?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm sorry. Ignore me.
It's alright. Like, I'm about it, 10 plus weeks to become proficient in a new skill. It sounds kind of fair to me.
Yeah.
So, I'll certainly allow it.
Wait, this is...
Or maybe half proficiency in a skill, because, if you get full proficiency in all skills, well, actually, the campaign probably won't last that long, and I don't know. Yeah, we'll go half proficiency in skills, but full proficiency will learn a new language, become proficient with a musical instrument, tool, or game, or even proficient with a weapon.
Oh god, flashbang.
Don't flashbang yourself.
Cubby did it to me, to be fair.
Sorry, yeah, I posted the one where I found the new skill. It's literally got exactly the same thing, except it's got clickable things.
Ooh, clickable thing. Ah!
See? There you go.
Oh, this fucking thing better load faster. Hell, this isn't even loading for me.
Yeah.
Seems like, to me, it seems like this is all homebrew stuff.
It looks like it.
Yeah, because it is.
The internet address didn't give you a hint?
Nah, never.
I mean, I'm about it. I'll do half proficiency in skills. Full proficiency with just about anything else. Weapons, instruments, tools, games. But getting back to Robin, I know you're saying you want to train to keep your body in shape and all that.
It's basically kill time.
That's just our RP purposes.
Yeah.
Do you want to do something serious?
I was actually thinking about the same time I might want to sell an item to that vendor.
Okay,
Because
selling
I
it.
got a club. And I don't want to carry too much.
Well, since you found them, they
I got a
might
great
buy
club
the
plus
item
one.
from you.
Yeah.
Give me 1 sec.
To be honest, I kind of forgot I had it until I went through my inventory.
Like, I've been surprised you haven't used it.
Things I haven't needed. It's a lower hit, but it's still a magic one. But I will look better with a with a maul than a fucking club.
Why don't you want to go Unga Bunga?
You know, it would look bad if a guard ran around with a big club.
Doesn't it look worse with a guard with a giant axe the size of a person?
Nope.
All right, so yeah, it'll take another work week, but that'll kill your downtime for certain.
Yeah, there we go.
Make a persuasion check. I won't charge you since you've kind of already found the buyer. Persuasion check and then roll d10s or d100.
Without the bonus this time?
Without the bonus this time.
Yeah, fuck me.
And percentile dice.
Yeah, tell that to my mouse.
Alright, no complication. That's good news. Alright. And the club. The Great Club +1.
Yeah.
They'll buy it for 300 gold.
Well, I'm so broke, I'll accept it.
Okay. Let me get rid of the Great Club.
Add that 3 in front of mine gold.
And 356. There we are.
Yeah.
Alright, and that used up your downtime. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
I can't blame him.
Well, we're back. Thanks for sticking around.
Hi, howdy, how you doing?
Thanks for reminding me about the crying is a free action, because I've made that a command on the channel now.
Oh, God.
Nice. I'm gonna have to pay off the Burgermeister.
Alright, so Brian wants to go gambling. Which,
Yeah, after his near-death experience, he's turned a new leaf and he's decided, fuck money, he's gonna go crazy with it and try to risk it all.
Alright,
Not
let's
all,
see here.
but a lot.
Let's see, the activity requires 1 work week of effort, plus a stake of at least 10 GP to a maximum of 1,000 GP, or more as you see fit. I'm going to say no maximum. If you want to lose it all, that's up to you. Characters make a series of checks with the DC determined at random based on the quality of the competition that the character runs into. Part of the risk of gambling is that one never knows who might end up sitting across from the table. Character makes 3 checks of wisdom, insight, charisma, deception, and charisma intimidation. If the character has proficiency with an appropriate gaming set, do you?
Nope.
Oh yeah. No proficiency. Let's go.
The DC for each of the checks is 5 plus 2d10. Generate a separate DC for each one. Consult the gambling results table to see how the character did. Okay. So go ahead and make your insight or wisdom check. You can do this publicly. You don't have to worry about the tower.
Okay. Before anything, I'll go ahead and declare it'll be just 1,000 gold.
Just 1,000? Okay.
Yeah. There's the wisdom check.
That's pretty good. Okay. Cool. What was next? Deception?
Hit.
Yeah. Okay. And-
Poker face.
I think they can read it.
And the last is charisma intimidation.
Sure.
Go ahead and roll percentile dice for me. Good, no complications. Unfortunately, you lose half your money.
Damn, lost 500 gold.
It's okay. Brian doesn't need gold.
Brian has no interest in the money of man. All that matters to Brian is the laws of the forest. And the law, and there ain't no law when you're on the claw.
No, all that matters to Brian is that FFM.
Yes. Trust me, selling Fiona Face Smelter, Brian's gonna recoup his losses.
Oh, no, not selling it. Brian's learned a new way. You can snort it.
Oh,
God.
fuck. Alright, Boom, you have 2 weeks of downtime. What you want to do?
I was thinking about carousing.
Carousing? Yeah, we can do that. Let's see. Carousing is default downtime activity for many characters between adventures. Carousing covers a work week of fine food, strong drink, and socializing. Character can attempt to carouse among lower, middle, or upper class folk. Character can carouse with the low class for 10, the middle class for 50. I'm going to bet 100 GP for
250.
250 for the upper crust. So, which group do you want to carouse with?
The upper class.
Alright, so that'll be 250 gold. A character with a noble background can mingle with the upper class, but other characters can do so only if you judge that the character has made sufficient contacts. Alternatively, the character might use a disguise kit and the deception skill to pass as a noble visiting from a distant city. You're going to have to use that deception skill if you want to carouse with the upper class.
Okay. Let's see. You said deception?
Deception.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Roll it.
In secret. Alright. We'll say you mingle successfully without arising any suspicion.
Okay.
Let's see. After a work week of carousing, a character stands to make contacts within the selected social class. Character makes a charisma persuasion check. I'll go ahead and do that now.
On the open?
You can do open or tower for this one. Hey, that's a solid 20. You have made 2 allied contacts.
Cool.
In the upper echelon of Velaki.
Cool.
So basically friends of Fiona.
Some reason to be... Alright, I will determine who those contacts are.
Okay.
Really quickly. I am probably for simplicity's sake, it's going to be the Baron Vargas Valakovic and his wife, the Baroness Lydia Petrovna.
Okay.
So, you have hobnobbed with the Baron and Baroness. And what this means is, at some point, they will repay you some kind of favor or kindness. Roll percentile dice for me. Okay, good. No complications. Since the Baron and Baroness are pretty much like the highest standing in the town, outside of the religious authority, which you have already pissed off.
Yeah. I was gonna try to fix that by opening a soup kitchen, but...
Now, if you're going to give you the Baron and Baroness rather than forcing Fiona upon you...
That's actually who I was hoping for, but...
Fiona doesn't have as much power as the Baron and Baroness, though.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's fine.
Like, she's wealthy. Like, you may have encountered Fiona at one of the Baron's parties. And you might have smiled at her, and she could have, you know, smiled back just a little bit, giving you a little winky dink.
Okay.
But no, you've done something to impress the Baron, and thusly Valakovic and his wife have offered you a favor or kindness. Here's how the situation played out.
Okay.
Valakovic was hosting one of his weekly dinner parties, and you managed to deceive your way into it. Now, Fiona was there, as was her daughter. At some point, Fiona's daughter disappeared from the party.
Okay.
And you decided, it was an open house party. You could wander the halls of the Baron's manor a little bit. Everybody else was out in the garden, and you decided to, quote unquote, find the bathroom. What you came across instead was a Valakovic's son doing some strange things with Fiona's daughter.
Oh.
Giggity.
No, not giggity. But Fiona was coming down the hall looking for her child. And you quickly closed the kid's door. It's not so much a kid, it's a young adult. Closed the door and told Fiona, no, you haven't seen them. You were looking for the bathroom. Well, Fiona takes you to the bathroom, and, yeah. Well, it gets back to the Baron what you did.
Uh-huh.
To protect his son from some sort of disgrace. You're not even sure what was going on, but you know it didn't look quite on the level. I mean, there was a golden pocket watch involved. The young lady had a blank stare on her face. You suspect hypnotism of some sort.
Oh.
Well, as a thanks, because the Baron Valakovic knows that Fiona is one of the wealthiest ladies in town, and she could just utterly ruin him with a word. Thanks you very much, and has declared you somewhat of an aristocrat of the town.
Ooh.
And is spreading word of your notoriety to many of the shopkeepers and citizens.
Ooh.
And what this means is at some point you'll be able to cash in a boon from the Burgomaster. If it's with the shop, it could mean possibly there's a discount, or you could shake them down for some information on your behalf. Make things just that much easier.
Oh.
So get creative with that. I mean, when it's a favor from the Burgomaster, it's a favor from the Burgomaster.
Ooh, okay.
The favor from his wife is going to be a little more provincial. Whether it's giving you some money that you really need, or again, a discount at a shop. All you gotta do is call in that favor. You can ask me if you're not sure, and I can tell you if your idea is something that the Burgomaster's wife would follow through on.
Okay.
But you have 2 favors from 2 upper crust individuals.
Yee. And that took 1 week?
That is after a week of carousing. That's you getting information on the party, getting yourself ready, dressing up, buying the clothes, etc., etc., and then lying your way in.
Gotcha. Okay. And then for my second week, I would like to try to buy magic items.
Would like to try to buy magic items. Okay, not a problem. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Let's see. I need you to roll Charisma Persuasion. You're spending a work week, so you're going to get that +1. You can spend up to 900 gold pieces for another +9 for a total of +10.
Alright.
And if you're doing that, let me know. For every 100 gold you spend, you get an extra +1. You do have to spend the... I'm sorry. You have to spend a minimum of 100 gold on the search, and then for every extra 100 you spend, you get a +1 bonus to your roll.
Okay, so I spend 100, and then every 100 after that, I get a +1.
Yeah, which means I owe Robin 100 gold.
Gotcha.
Yay, I'm rich.
Okay.
Or Robin owes me 100 gold. I don't know. We're just gonna go with I owe Robin 100 gold.
Someone owes somebody, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid 900 for it, so...
Okay, then yeah, I owe you 100 gold. You're in your...
Yeah,
Between-
I'm gonna go ahead and do the 900.
Okay. So... That's 1,000 gold pieces. You won't have any gold left to buy any of the items. Well, not much gold.
Okay, then, okay, my math was wrong.
Yeah, because you got 175 gold in silver.
Okay.
And you got 350 gold in platinum.
Okay.
So I would suggest spending 500 gold extra, so you get a +6 to your roll.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we can do that.
All right, go ahead and subtract the funds.
Okay, well, I'm going to convert this over. $185 gold.
Waiting on you, Boom.
I'm ready.
That was 350 gold.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Your gold value updated finally. All right. So you're gonna roll persuasion with a +6.
Okay.
Go ahead and do that. You can do it in the open or in the tower. It doesn't matter. Damn, that's really good. Let's hope you can afford some of the shit that's about to pop up.
Right.
Go ahead and roll percentile while I'm looking this up. 1d4 times on magic table G.
Oof.
No complications. You're good.
Oh, thank God.
Go ahead and roll a d4 for me. Just 2. All right. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, cool. So, we have here a ring of protection and a blowgun, +2.
How much is for the ring of protection?
Ring protection. Let me pull up the prices here. Ring protection. It's going to be 12,000.
The blowgun?
Let me double check that. Yeah, all right, 12,000. That's what it came up to.
And how much for the blowgun?
Blowgun. $11,000.
Yep, nope. Can't afford shit.
I gotta say it, that deal really blows. I was trying not to, but I couldn't.
Oh, bitch. Okay. Thanks for your time.
Remember to get this card.
Actually, could the burgomaster's wife give me enough to buy the ring of protection? Wayward.
That's a lot of money. Roll a persuasion check at advantage.
Yeah, I bet you.
On the open or in the tower?
Doesn't matter.
Come on.
You call in that chip with the burgomaster's wife. She doesn't give you the full expenses. You still have to spend the rest of your money.
Okay.
And then she'll cover the rest.
Okay. So 360 gold.
And 116 copper.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to spend what's left of your money and she will cover the rest.
Okay. Yeah, I will deal with that. I can deal with that. I've already paid for my sword, so yeah, we're good.
All right. Here you go.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, someone's gonna sleep in the gutter tonight.
Yeah, didn't think about that.
And don't forget to roll your saving throws up by 1.
And my armor class up by 1.
It should have did your armor class when I equipped it to you and attuned it.
It did not.
Then you have 1 in the miscellaneous column.
That's for my defensive fighting style.
Oh.
I get +1 to my armor class when I'm wearing armor.
Cool. All right, well,
That's why it's a 19.
Don't know why I didn't do it, but all right, cool. Roll your armor up by 1, 2.
Whoop, whoop. Actually, we'll just do it this way. 20 AC! Whoop, whoop! Makes it harder for people to hit me.
Indeed, it does.
Magic missile.
Anyway. That's my work. That's my weeks.
It's actually about time to end, since we were
shit.
going to end early anyway.
Yeah, because it's the grand migration of the doctor appointments.
Indeed, everyone's got to go to a doctor tomorrow, whether they're visiting the doctor themselves or taking one of their loved ones.
Right.
Ugh.
Hopefully she can drive home tomorrow.
You'll be driving home for Christmas.
Could we, before we end, could we say we took the supplies back to the Vistani?
We're still
Oh,
missing a
definitely,
part
that
there.
should have happened. Definitely before downtime.
Okay, because I was like, we still have those supplies that they've been waiting for 2 weeks now.
Yeah,
No,
lucky, but they...
you would have taken them back the next morning.
Okay.
Forgot all about
I
the
mean-
fucking supplies.
So did everybody else here.
I was going to go live with the Vistani because fuck Volaki.
Brian is alive and well.
Well,
Fiona's
at least
daughter
alive.
is acting strange all of a sudden.
Uh-oh.
Might have to investigate that.
Sounds like a hurt problem.
Or Brian problem.
Why would it be a Brian? Oh yeah, it would be a
Brian's
Brian
had
problem.
enough problems.
Yeah.
Because you're under Fiona's thumb.
Hey, that's not exactly accurate.
The Vistani Luvash's daughter is missing as well.
Oh.
So
Oh,
there's
sorry,
more
disregard that.
there's more plot threads dangling that we can tie up in the future, and maybe,
Ooh.
just maybe, we can
We
get
also
to.
need to take a... Go ahead.
No, you finish.
I was like, we also need to travel to Argynvost Holt.
What for?
I don't know, try to convince Nim to give me my book back.
That's more like a you problem than it is the group problem.
I
Yeah.
know.
It's a you problem, my friend.
Damn.
Plus, there might be people there that help us fight Strahd.
Still a you problem.
Actually, this fighting Strahd is everyone's problem.
Who knows? We might find Venricht in there.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
Maybe we'll find Santa Claus too while we're at it.
after 2 weeks, Father Petrovic has prepared a gift for the party.
Oh?
Indeed, but we'll get to that next time. We want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. We hope it was enjoyable for you as it was for us. And we'll see you next Tuesday night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not for much longer. Actually, I think Eastern Daylight Time by the next time we see you.
Ew,
Next time- yep,
time
Sun-
zones.
Sunday is daylight savings.
Holy shit.
We need to stop this daylight saving bullshit. It doesn't do anything.
We need to stop time
Go-
zones.
Go live in
Agreed.
Arizona. Go live in
Central
Arizona.
time zone is the only time zone.
Central Time Zone. You
I support
foolish
this.
fool. I know
See,
you do.
Cubby supports it.
Anyway, I want to thank all my players here for being here tonight. Thank you guys, and thems and theys. I appreciate it. Y'all keep coming back week after week and let me do this bullshit.
Yep.
But hopefully there will be some new and different things in the works for this channel. I'm trying so slowly to get back to streaming on a regular schedule. But until then,
Tuesday's fairly regular.
we are the Dweebs of the Round Table, and we'll see you next time. May all your rolls be critical successes. Good night,
And may
everybody.
you not
Bye.
get snitched on at a kid at the church.
What do you mean? Look what I can do.